One more Gaura Purnima yet. So nice. It is actually for devotees, and also it is a time. Janmashtami we do big programs for a lot of congregation devotees. Radhastami, Gaurapur, Nityananda Mahaprabhu is actually going deep inside. If we understand this, then we can give it to others. We can only give it to others when we have. If you don't have and you try to give, what happens? People can find out. Right? People can see. That's the reason Gaura Purnima is the time. Go deeper. Radhastami also deeper. Understand what the value we have. If you don't understand the value we have, the value eventually, the one how to give, you also know how to take, because we are not grateful. So let's next 30 to 40 minutes. This is one of my favorite songs, but I'm not going to sing. This time is over. So Edi Gauna Haito. I'll just read. You don't have to follow me. I'll just read. Edi Gauna Haito tabe ki hoito ke mone dari tande radhar mahima prema rasa sima jagate janato ke madhur vrunda vipina madhuri pravesha chaturi sa vraja yuvati baver bhakati shakati hoito ka gav gav punar gaurange re guna साराल कोरी मना हे भाव सागरे हे मोना दोयाल ना देखिए का जना गौरंगा बलिया नागेनु गलिया के मोने दारीनु दे वासुरुहिया पाशाना दिया के मोने गरिया छे. If the Lord Gauranga had not appeared as a Yuga avatar in this age of Kali, then what would have become to us? How could we have tolerated living? Who in this verse would have ever learned about the topmost limits of loving mellows that comprise the glory of Srimati Radharani? Who would have had the power to render ecstatic devotion service that follows in the footsteps of damsels of Vraja? Indeed, the clever expertise of the Vraja Gopis is prerequisites for entering the supremely sweet forest of Vrinda Devi. Oh, please sing again and again the glorious quality of Sri Lord Gauranga. Just try to keep your heart simple. That is the key. Keep your heart simple. Not even one person within this ocean of nescience has ever seen such a magnanimous personality as he is. Even though I chant the holy name of Lord Krishna, Lord Gauranga, somehow I still have not melted in ecstasy. How then have I maintained the burden of this body? How has the Creator fashioned this body with a stone in the place of Vasudeva Ghosh? He's thinking. He is pouring out. There is a lot of meaning, a lot of feelings, and then at the same time, a lot of instructions. If Gauranga wouldn't have come, what would be? Where we would be? Nobody can understand Krishna Tattva. Very, very rare. We'll talk detail in Tattva today a little bit. But Radha Tattva is so nigud, which is so secret. So secret. And then only because of Vraja Bhakti, in the form of Nityananda Mahaprabhu, Srila Prabhupada, he's come to the rest of the world. It is actually, it is kept so secret. He opened that storehouse. So this is the song. And before that, I just wanted to say a few things. You're all with me?
Yes, Prabhupada.
Okay. So we'll have a little Tattva, Rasa, and Leela and Siddhanta. Okay? So everybody is looking for Krishna. Everybody is looking for Krishna. That's one thing. And then everybody is suffering. Is anybody in this room can raise a hand saying that they're not suffering? I want to see that Mahajan. Anybody? It's okay. Okay, everybody is suffering. So now, yes, by looking at mother, she's also suffering. So everybody is suffering. So some knows, but mostly doesn't know. And some even want to suffer. One time Prabhupada was giving lecture in Melbourne, and he's talking about God, and somebody just raised, I am dog. So I am God. Opposite, And then he said, what is wrong to become a dog? I also want to become a dog. Prabhupada said, you have my blessings. So somebody wants, what can we do? We cannot change the world. As I said always, we have come to this material world not to construct the temples, not to cook, not to deity dressing, not to distribution, not to make the disciples, not to this and that. What is the reason we come here? There is only one reason we come to this material world, to change our heart and character and attitude, and to develop the love. By doing it, and rest of the things are tools through which you exhibit. But if that is not happening, Sramehi Kevalam. Prabhupada said you can chant Hare Krishna for millions of lifetimes, you can be where you are. But the mood in which you chant, if that is not creating a thing in the consciousness, then we have to go back to the basics. So that, and then now, pure devotee is also suffering. What is their suffering? I wish I could serve more. I wish I can reduce the offenses. I wish I would have started the bhakti or path of bhakti a little early. So they are also suffering. And then out of all devotees, the gopis, they are also suffering. What is suffering? We cannot meet Krishna. Where is she? I am at home. There's so many obligations are there, I cannot go. Out of topmost of all gopis, who is Radharani? She is also suffering. So, a suffering is an expression of love if it is done in a right frame of mind. See, in the material world, is neither thing a right or wrong. But what is the purpose? What is the objective? So, this suffering, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed to the world the ecstatic symptoms in suffering, which we're going to talk about. We have seen the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I'm sure Premchandra Prabhu covered on Sunday. I was not here, I was in Cleveland. So we will touch base little pastimes, but we'll talk about the value. And what is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu trying to give? That's what my focus today. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lived for 48 years. 16 years Adi Leela as youth, and then Nima Pandit. Then after that Madhya Leela, he revealed his purpose, congregational chanting. He traveled length and breadth of India and then traveled all over. He made millions of devotees. But last 16 years, he spent his time in Gambhira, in the Gita, not Gita Nagari, what is it? Niladri Kshetra, Jagannath Puri Kshetra. In that, he only kept very few associates. The time has to come for most of the people, unless and until somebody is empowered. Like, they want to preach till the end. That's very nice. That's very good. But preaching is also inside, not only outside. So then Prabhupada also said, when the time comes to boil the milk, we have to go back and go deep, deep inside. All the things is cut off, go back to holy name. Holy name has everything inside. So if we can preach to ourselves, before we preaching to the whole world, what to do, and then other times where we have to preach to ourselves, what does it mean? So time will come for all of us. That's exactly Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also doing. So there's a few things he does. So when he is living in the Gambhira, night times he goes to this, when chanting Hare Krishna, in the bhava of Radharani. We'll talk about Tattva a little later. But what he does, if you just imagine even few things, if you can give a little of this from today, your japa will get better. So when he chant, is remembering Krishna. Prabhupada said when he chant, we remember Krishna, that's the holy name. So when he chant, it's called Gopis Chitra Jalpa. It's called variegated utterness in the madness of love. We chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. When we chant, we listen the sound. So the pastimes in Leela, they come automatically. We don't have to speculate, we don't have to think. It naturally happens automatically. When it comes, we don't have to push. So he is chanting with that in a trance mode, in trance. So he could not even utter the word Krishna. He cannot even say. So that is a symptom of what he does. And then by looking at ocean, he thinks it's Yamuna, he jump into the ocean. And somebody has to go pull him. Because, see, when we all come to temple, we see deities, devotees and photos with Krishna consciousness for a few minutes. So if same Krishna is there, you stay from morning Mangalarti till evening. So just write your feelings. When you see the first time enthusiasm, when you're leaving, do you have the same enthusiasm? The same Krishna is standing there. But when you come, oh Krishna, after some time we'll talk, we joke, we take a phone, read here and there. But is he not there? Where is he? We're not feeling presence. Why? We take things granted. This is called Dham Shakti. It's not our Shakti. It is a Dham Shakti. There are so many people who came here. Because of that, we can get. When you walk inside in the winter, there's a heat. Radiation is there. Because of that, we feel warm. As soon as we go out, we feel cold. Same thing when you come close to deities. So this Dham Shakti, we should not be bewildered. We cannot be like, oh, I'm feeling Krishna conscious, I'm chanting, I'm crying, I feel. Then the person is a test. Even if they do one day, let's do for second day. For whole week, whole month, that is a test. Then we will see where we are. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he sees any blue sky, blue ocean, he's jumping. Then when he see the sand dunes, on the banks of ocean, then he sees to go over there. He just runs and jump on it. Then his mouth is filled with sand. The other devotees are taking back. And then constant remembering when the devotees comes, when Ratha Yatra comes, how Ratha Yatra means taking Lord back into the heart or taking the Lord to Vrindavan. So he, in the form of Radharani, as a topmost devotee, thinking about Krishna and his experience in this. He is showing to the world. He is not only experiencing, he is also distributing the world to see and witness and learn and practice. But this practice should be done like a practice, like a sadhana siddhi. It has to come automatically. It will be revealed to you. Okay? And then there is a couple of things. So when he is with those devotees, he read the pastimes of gopis, like, Gopi Gita, Venu Gita, Aile Gita, Uddhava Gita, and then Srimad Bhagavatam. Then he thinks, where is Krishna? He's breaking his chest with hands. I'm so impersonalist. I don't have any love. I'm not crying. So he's exhibiting all these things. It is, Shastra explained, Chaitanya Charitamrita explained, it's called Asta Sattvika. I'm going to mention very briefly, Asta Sattvika Bhava. These symptoms repeatedly observed by other devotees, which is captured. So what is Stamba? So as I said, it's called stupefaction, which is a still and motionless. When you chant Hare Krishna, suddenly become like. So mind blank. So he is experiencing what Radharani is experiencing. So then this one is Sveda, which is perspiration. Chanting Hare Krishna, then he's sweating. So we need AC, we need fan when we're chanting, right? So when he has that, they break into sweat, and then actually he doesn't even conscious. Somebody has to wipe his body with a towel or something like that. Next is romancha, which is haripulation, which is goosebumps forms. The goosebump forms when he's chanting Hare Krishna. And then sarva bheda, which is choked, it's flattering. He cannot chant, he's flattered. He says something else, and then he forgets where is he, and then he started trembling, shaking, quivering. And then Vaivaranya, which is pallor, the skin become pale. So, why I'm saying this? I said females because we are all suffering. If you go to hospital, you see these symptoms in different people who are suffering. So now God is also suffering with the same symptoms. We have a couple of doctors. When you have this happens, we go to doctor. I'm choking, I have these bumps in my body. I cannot talk. I'm getting frozen. So just see where is the source for all these things. In the material world, everything is a perfect reflection of spiritual world. The spiritual world, things are happening. The next is Ashru, we all talk about it. Tears is falling like a torrent rain. And Pralaya, fainting. He suddenly faints. I don't know, some of the names could be there. What is the fainting? Somebody faints, it's called?
Fainting.
No, there's a medical term.
Medical term. Unconscious.
So like that. And then after that, we see Jagannath Bala Subhadra, right? So when in the body is an ecstatic symptoms, hands goes inside, neck goes inside, eyes become big, mouth become dry, and then the entire body shrinks. This is actually the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exhibited these things to, it's called Divyonmada. Unmada is actually happening in the material world. It's called Divyonmada. All the things, what you are experiencing in the material because of our own karma, it is Lord is also experiencing and exhibiting. It's a transcendental Unmada. And in that realm, just imagine somebody. I'm not seen here in US, but I've seen in South India. If somebody's drunk, they walk in the street. Where they walk, the clothes are falling off, and they don't know, they fall down, like they're falling off from other sides. The same time, he's experiencing the love of Radharani in ecstatic way, and then in that mood, he's totally forgot, and then he's distributing the same to others. Otherwise, what is our audacity even to say Hare Krishna? What is my audacity? I'm on others sitting in Vyasas and touching Lord, distributing whatever we're doing it. There's no way. There is no way. But there is only one way, it's a causeless mercy. I don't deserve it. The moment we think we deserve it, we lost it. And that's humility is explained. I'll explain it later. So now, these are the symptoms when the Lord is exhibiting, when chanting Hare Krishna. And then he says, he never did anything other than Ashta verses, 8 verses. Out of that one, Nam Akari Bahuda Nijarva Sarva Saktis. So he invested all his energies in the holy name. What Narsingha comes, it is pastimes and leave. He exhibited few. So do Vamana, expanding. So all the incarnation, they come and exhibit few to a certain extent and leave. When Krishna comes, Ram did more. When Krishna comes, he did all of them, but he did not do all of them at the same time. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu invested all his energies in the holy name. Just imagine when we access Hare Krishna, you are accessing not only Krishna, all his opulences. It's the fingertips. We are so miser when we chant Hare Krishna, Prabhupada, what are you doing? Hare Krishna, checking the message. It pains. It pains. If you know the value, you keep the phone aside. You'll never touch phone when you hold the beats. You not touch anything else. You absorb fully. This is my time with Krishna. In that time, you can tell Prabhu, don't disturb me, Mata, don't disturb me this time. There are sometimes may talk as an emergency here and there, but that should not be norm. Japa is the only service which we never ever can delegate to others. Rest of the services, including deity worship, book distribution, cooking, dressing, everything somebody else can do. They can go back to Godhead. But japa is the only service, is the barometer to test our sincerity, our love, our integrity. That's what when we take that humble position, we become a disciple. Till then, we are not disciple. Without discipline, there is no discipleship. The discipline brings the discipleship. That is the first step of humility. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared 1486, February 18th, and same time actually in India I was talking to my mother, and then she said there is a Chandra Grahan in India right now. And I asked, what are you doing? I'm doing Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela. I said, I'm so happy. This is exactly when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. There is Grahan was here and everybody chanting. And she said, after that, what are you going to do? When thing is done, I'm going to take bath and then clean the home and then offer something. So this is exactly, I told her today, I was asked to give a class, then I'm going to talk about it. I was so happy. So, see, we are in Kali Yuga. I'm not going into the details. So 2 times of Kali Yuga is Dwapara Yuga, 3 times of Kali Yuga is Treta Yuga, 4 times of Kali Yuga is Satya Yuga. Like that, 71 cycles is 1 Manu. That is 14 Manus, which is equivalent to 1,000 cycles each, which is 12 hours to Brahma. In that 12 hours he sleeps. So that's 12 hours 1 day. So in that 1 day, in the 7th the cycle, on 28th Manu, that's where the Krishna comes in Dwapara Yuga. Very, very rare, millions and millions of years. And followed by Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. In general, it says Kali Yuga, there is no avatar comes. But the avatar comes is called, it's not a Krishna, it's a Krishna. We'll talk about that later. So far we understand what is he doing, and then when he was born, what is the purpose. Now, let's talk about few minutes. What is the tattva? So, Krishna loves us not because of us, because of that is his nature. Krishna expands, does his leelas, is not because of something here. That is his natural ability. Nobody cannot Imitate. So same thing when Krishna come to this world, for example, he came to Dwaraka, he was doing Leelas, 16,108. Krishna has expanded in the 16,108 palaces. And every day he does different things. When he's done, and everybody thinks they are with Krishna. When in the morning he has to go to the court, which is like, a king court, when he come back in expanse, he comes as one Krishna, he goes out. He become 3 billion Krishnas when dancing Rasa Leela. 3 billion. And everybody sees only one Krishna. But they think they are with Krishna. But there are 3 billion Krishnas. And then in the center, there is Krishna dancing Radharani. And there is millions of gopas when they go for herding the cows. And then cows and calves think Krishna is with them. And everybody sees only one Krishna. There are so many millions. How is it possible? So Krishna can expand. So that is his natural, that's very natural for him. So it says in yogis, after a long time, we can expand up to 9. If you have perfect yogi, you can expand it to 9. And we can do few things here and there. That is also with a lot of struggle. So that is Krishna's nature. So now, next point, I will talk about the eternity. So this Leela is happening, it's eternal. So I said Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, so and so date. So he appeared, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is eternal, Krishna is eternal. So eternal means what? Manu says, somebody asks you, eternal means, sorry, putting this bit. Eternal, what is eternal when somebody asks
Always
you?
there.
Always there. So Krishna was born, the baby. And then actually 1 day baby, 1 month baby, 2 months baby, 1 year baby, then eventually Yavvan, then the Pauganda, Kishore. This is changing. So your definition not matching. So it should not happen. Right? So but how can we call eternal?
Because they are looking for the materialized.
Even if we can materialize, so the closest thing I came across is we are experiencing the Tom and Jerry comic shows here and there. The artists, what they do, they write one frame, like in hand is like that, next frame. So every frame itself is individual. But if you take a camera, run it with a camera, and then make a sound, as if these things are happening. Just the closest analogy you can think. How Krishna's pastimes. Everything is eternal. 1 day is eternal, Krishna. 2 days of Krishna is also eternal. But if you like the camera, if you see, then eventually the pastimes are happening. That's the closest ever analogy I came across, which makes sense to me. Otherwise, eternal, nitya, anitya, there is no way to explain. If you have something else, you can let me know. So the cartoon creation, the paper, that's exactly where the Krishna Leela, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Leela is happening. So we all know Krishna Varnam Tisha Krishna Sandho Spanga Shapashwadam Yajna Sankirtana Praya Ajanti Sumedha. The most intelligent people appreciate and worship this aspect of Krishna. Most intelligent people in the age of time. So now let's talk about from different avatars. So Krishna and Mahaprabhu appeared like a human form, like Narakriti. Unlike Narasimha, Varaha, Vamana, Pradyumna, there's what about other conditions? They are Krishna, but at the same not Krishna. Because it's not like Narasimhadev cannot, but he will not. Because that is not the purpose. He will not. That is not the purpose. One time, Akrura went to Gargamuni. So Akrura is a Kshatriya mental, so some of them, even I have the things to do. He went and asked Akrura. Gargamuni is a Brahma Manasa Putra. He's born from Brahmasma. He's very powerful, very austere, very pure. He's a priest of Kamsa. And then that dynasty. He went there. You are so powerful. With your eyes you can kill Kamsa. With your eyes you can kill Kamsa. Krishna is there, 12 years passed, he's herding cows, he's wasting time, he's not even going to school. Then he has to come and fight. How is he going to fight? But all the demons are going, somehow he's killing. This is not right. So I cannot, why don't you call him or kill Kamsa with your power? He said, for everything there is a time. He's doing Gaura Lila, then he will also do Prema Lila, and he will also come and you will become a kingmaker. For everything a time. Wait for the opportunity. Don't hurry. The time will run as per its in the course of time. So sometimes like we also, I was talking to some devotee today, and then they were saying like, they were in the Vishakhapatnam, they're building a temple from 2010, 16 years. So I gives me, okay, we're also trying. When it will manifest, we were thinking actually Gaura Purnima will be the new temple at one point. Then after that, Janmashtami. So hopefully next year. This year. I'm just saying. So Narakriti and then this different avatars is a Krishna at the same time, not Krishna. But however, the Krishna in Vrindavan is not Lord. They see him as the boy, friend, a lover, no husband, of course. So, same thing, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also is a non-different than Krishna. Non-different than Krishna. So, who can give Krishna? Somebody has to be equal to him. There is nobody above him. Right? So, we cannot use the word inferior because it doesn't transcendental realm. There is no comparison, there is no competition because it's a transcendental. But however, just for communication, for argue's sake, so others, they cannot give Krishna because they are not Krishna, at the same time Krishna. But only who can give Krishna is to be equal to Krishna. That is the reason Shastra says, Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give Krishna. Why? He want to experience what Radharani is experiencing. Okay? You're all with me so far? Now I will touch about Radha Krishna or Radha Tattva. Though one, Radha Krishna are eternally two. We already established what is eternal. They are eternally two. And for pastimes, they become one. When they become one, who is that? Mahaprabhu. And they separate Radha Krishna. And then now, when they also have many other forms, like Vishnu, Lakshmi, Ram, Sita, like that. So all divine forms of Krishna, which is Ananda, Radha Shakti is there. Because without Radha Shakti, he cannot do pastimes, he cannot experience. All these things he is doing because he is experiencing the rasa. Now, the attractive nature of Krishna is a sweet. It also brings intimacy. That sweetness comes from Krishna. When it comes in the form of Radharani, the intimacy comes. That's called Audarya. The sweetness plus intimacy is Audarya. Intimacy like something is so close. When I'm so close, I don't see anything negative. It doesn't matter. Na dekhiye patra apatra. So that only can happen. The Krishna, Sarvadharmam Parityajna Mamekam Saranam, surrender to, we'll talk later. Now those who surrender, gopis, he says, I can be help you. There is nothing in the world I can give you because be happy what you have. He's breaking his principle. This is the other concept Chaitanya Mahaprabhu brought. This is the, besides of holy name, the greatest contribution of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Achinta Beda Beda, which is not every. He accepts impersonalism, the same impersonalism. There is a pain, there is also pleasure. There is also Sambhoga, there is a Vipralamba. Like, there is a duality. As Krishna says, yes, Yesham Antakatim Papam, Jananam Punya Kanmanam, Ved Vanda Moha Vinad Mattum, Bhajantevam Dredabhuta. He says, in this material world, to become a devotee, one has to free from dvandas. But in the spiritual realm, when you become pure devotee, dvandas is always there. It's contradictory. That contradiction capacity, contradiction, at the same time there is no contradiction. That's Achinta Beda Beda. That's Goswami's mentioned in Sandarbhas. Those who read the Sandarbhas, we go deeper. So it gives the tattva, like, mouth will be watering with so much of, you can see every pastime in many dimensions. First dimension, what we see. What we see is the first dimension. I know what you see. You see me, I see you. Second dimension, I'm here, I see, but I don't see the wall. But I know it is there. When I turn back, I can see. Second dimension. The third dimension, right now, I don't see my house, but it is there, I know. When I go there, I will be there. But right now, that time, I will not be here. So first dimension, second dimension, third dimension, we have an experience. The fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, this dimension, nobody knows. And we have we cannot, it's inconceivable. That's another nature. Inconceivable, but we have to conceive it. So these pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Bhagavatam in action. Like, it's inconceivable. How many people read Chaitanya Charitamrita? Chaitanya Bhagavat? So I recommend, please read, after reading the Bhagavatam, if you read the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so deep. This, the way he talked to devotees. Of course, Krishna, when he's playing with Gopal, they're taking the food from his mouth, he's eating, Brahma got bewildered. But he came and said, Haridas Thakur. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doing the pastime, it is so ordinary. But extraordinary personality doing ordinary things, that's where the sweetness of Krishna comes, but in intimacy of Radharani comes. And that's where the magnanimity will come. That's where the Audarya, magnanimity only comes, because Krishna, all other pastimes are sweet too, but the intimacy is only with the selected people. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doesn't matter. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever the background you come from, you are a sinner, you are a great saint, you are a brahmachari, you are a gruhastha, it doesn't matter. Chant Hare Krishna. In Hare Krishna, he invested his potency. When you access the tapping the untappable, Hare Krishna Prabhu Mataji's, those who develop, they are really luckiest people. And then that is available for all of us. You're all with me so far? And that's where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, other contribution, Aradhyo Bhagavan Vijesa Tanya Tadhama Vrindavanam Ramya Kachit Upasana Vajavatu Vajjena Vakalpita Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanamulam Prema Matta Pumahan Prema Matta Pumahan. He is distributing the prema. That is the ultimate goal of a living entity. He is not coming to construct the temples, though we have to. We are not coming to book distribution or cooking, cleaning, all those things. They are the default, they're obvious. But what we come here to develop, that the lost love, the prema of the Pumaha. That the reason this Yashodanandan or Brajendanandan brought us Golok Vrindavan, and then he gave us holy name. He gave us Amala Puranam, which is Bhagavatam. He is also reading every day. Okay. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Matam. That is Matam means that is his nature. Idam Tatradhanaparaha. Only he can do that. Because why? He's in the bhava of Radharani. And then now, the last topic we have is Mahaprabhu's distinctive mood. Audarya, a little bit. We will well. So one of the main quality of devotees is Bhakti Shakti. Right? The Krishna's mercy. So now,